Welcome to This Week in Star Trek History for the week of January 6th through 12th, 2025. As always, links to the Memory Alpha Star Trek Wiki page for each subject profiled can be found in the pinned comment below. And don't forget to stay tuned at the end of the video for a preview of this Saturday's Neo Blissi X vs. Saturday Night Spectacular. Let's get started. On January 6, 1930, Victor Vic Tayback, the actor who portrayed Jojo Krakow in the second season original series episode A Piece of the Action, is born in New York City, New York, United States. He passed away in Glendale, California, United States on May 25, 1990 at the age of 60. Tayback is perhaps most famous for his work as Mel, the owner and cook of the diner on the 1976 to 1985 television sitcom Alice. On January 6, 2000, author Stephen Edward Poe, also known as Stephen E. Whitfield, passes away in Reno, Nevada, United States at the age of 63. Born in Tulare, California, United States on March 18, 1936, Poe, under the name Stephen E. Whitfield, wrote the 1968 book The Making of Star Trek, the first in-depth behind-the-scenes publication about the series. In 1998, and under his birth name, Poe wrote the book A Vision of the Future, Star Trek Voyager. On January 7, 1924, Gene L. Kuhn, line producer and episode writer on the original series, is born in Beatrice, Nebraska, United States. He passed away of lung cancer in Los Angeles, California, United States on July 8, 1973 at the age of 49. On January 7, 1961, Mark Allen Shepard, the actor who portrayed Barfly Morn on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, is born in Rockville Center, New York, United States. Shepard also appeared as Morn in the sixth season Next Generation episode Birthright Part 1 and the pilot episode of Star Trek Voyager, Caretaker. Shepard also portrayed a human resident of DS9 in 11 episodes of Deep Space Nine, and a Bajoran attending Morn's funeral in the sixth season Deep Space Nine episode Who Mourns for Morn. On January 7, 1962, Hallie Todd, the actress who portrayed the human form of Data's daughter Lal in the third season Next Generation episode The Offspring, is born in Los Angeles, California, United States. On January 7, 1963, actor and audiobook narrator Robert Petkoff is born in Sacramento, California, United States. Since 2016, Petkoff, a devout Star Trek fan, mostly of the original series, has been one of several noted narrators of Simon & Schuster Audio's revived line of Star Trek audiobooks. Among his most notable productions were the audiobook versions of the Legacies trilogy, which was his first audiobook narration, and the 40th anniversary audiobook adaptation of Star Trek The Motion Picture. On January 7, 2019, late actor W. Morgan Shepard passed away in Los Angeles, California, United States at the age of 86. Born in London, England, United Kingdom on August 24, 1932, Shepard portrayed four characters in Star Trek. Dr. Ira Graves in the second season Next Generation episode The Schizoid Man, the Rura Penthe Commandant in the motion picture Star Trek VI The Undiscovered Country, Katai in the fifth season Voyager episode Bliss, and the uncredited role of the head Vulcan Science Council minister in the 2009 film Star Trek. On January 8, 1942, physicist Dr. Stephen Hawking, who portrayed himself in the sixth season finale of Star Trek The Next Generation, Descent Part 1, is born in Oxford, England, United Kingdom. He passed away in Cambridge, England, United Kingdom on March 14, 2008 at the age of 76. Dr. Hawking was the first, and so far only, real-life historical figure to play himself on Star Trek. On January 8, 1965, Michelle Forbes, the actress who portrayed Ro Laren in 8 episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation and the third season Star Trek Picard episode Imposters, is born in Austin, Texas, United States. Prior to playing Ro Laren, Forbes portrayed Dara, daughter of David Ogden Stiers' Dr. Timison, in the 4th season Next Generation episode Half a Life. On January 9th, 1969, the final ever day of filming on Star Trek The Original Series takes place on this day for the series finale episode Turnabout Intruder. The specifically final shot scene is the mind-body transfer between Captain Kirk and Janice Lester. On January 10th, 1949, episode writer Fred Bronson is born in Culver City, California, United States. Under the pen name John Culver, Bronson, who was the NBC network publicist for Star Trek The Animated Series, and thus would have caused a conflict of interest had he written under his own name, wrote the animated series finale episode The Counterclock Incident. Along with friend and Gene Roddenberry's assistant Susan Sackett, and under his real name, he co-wrote the 3rd season Next Generation episode Menage a Troi, and with Brannon Braga, the story for the 5th season Next Generation episode The Game. Bronson also appeared as an Enterprise crew member during the famous crew briefing scene in Star Trek The Motion Picture. On January 11th, 1923, science fiction author Jerome Bixby is born in Los Angeles, California, United States. He passed away in San Bernardino, California, United States on April 28, 1998 at the age of 75. Bixby wrote the original series episodes Mirror Mirror, By Any Other Name, Day of the Dove, and Requiem for Methuselah. The 7th season Deep Space Nine episode The Emperor's New Cloak, the first episode set in the Mirror universe he created to air after Bixby's death, was dedicated to his memory. On January 11th, 1972, Janet Kidder, the actress who portrayed Emerald Chain Leader Osira in the 3rd season of Star Trek Discovery, is born in Cranbrook, British Columbia, Canada. She is the niece of late actress Margot Kidder, who portrayed Lois Lane in the Christopher Reeve-era Superman motion pictures. On January 12, 1923, Jack T. Collis, the production designer on Star Trek IV The Voyage Home, is born in Los Angeles, California, United States. He passed away in Encino, California, United States on February 1, 1998 at the age of 75. On January 12, 1964, entrepreneur Jeff Bezos, founder of online retail giant Amazon, is born as Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen in Albuquerque, New Mexico, United States. Bezos had a cameo role as an alien officer bearing his last name in the motion picture Star Trek Beyond. On January 12, 1972, Michelle Paradise, co-showrunner of the final 3 seasons of Star Trek Discovery, is born in San Diego, California, United States. On January 12, 2012, principal photography commences on the motion picture Star Trek Into Darkness. Viewer discretion is advised. Next time on the Neo Blissi X vs. Saturday Night Spectacular, protect the streets of Seoul, South Korea from the evil Morningstar and his minions in this action-packed spin-off to the Saints Row series. Agents of Mayhem. Next time on the Neo Blissi X vs. Saturday Night Spectacular. Don't miss it.